Ever find yourself chatting with ChatGPT and think, wait a minute, is this thing actually, like, thinking?
It's a question a lot of us are asking, and that's exactly what we're diving into today, AI reasoning.
How do researchers teach these language models to go beyond just, spitting out text and actually start to think for themselves?
And we're basing this deep dive on a fascinating research paper, Reasoning with Language Model Prompting, a survey.
Okay, so we're not just talking about making AI smarter in some abstract sense, right?
This has real-world implications, like right now.
Exactly. Imagine AI that helps doctors diagnose diseases way earlier, or lawyers who can sift through mountains of legal documents in seconds.
When we say AI reasoning, we're talking about more than just number crunching.
So, like, problem solving, decision making.
Exactly. It's about AI replicating the complex thought processes that, humans use every day.
Okay, so teaching AI to think more like us,
You could say that.
but how on earth do they do that?
Hmm.
The paper mentions this thing called prompting. Sounds kind of mysterious.
Well, imagine giving the AI a set of carefully crafted clues or instructions. It's about guiding its thought process.
So instead of saying, hey AI, solve world hunger, it's more like giving it a framework or specific steps to approach the problem.
Exactly. Think of it like this. It's like the difference between asking someone to build a house versus handing them blueprints and tools.
Wow. Okay, so what kind of blueprints are we talking about for AI reasoning?
The paper talks about two main approaches, strategy-enhanced reasoning and knowledge-enhanced reasoning.
Strategy-enhanced reasoning and knowledge-enhanced reasoning. What's the difference?
So strategy-enhanced reasoning is all about optimizing the thought process itself.
Okay, makes sense.
And knowledge-enhanced reasoning is about making sure the AI has the right information to work with.
So it's like giving the AI both the problem-solving skills and the knowledge base to actually, tackle a problem effectively.
Exactly.
You give a man a fish, teach a man to fish, that whole thing.
Exactly. And one technique that researchers are really excited about is called chain of thought prompting.
Chain of thought prompting. Break that down for me. What is that?
Imagine showing a student how to solve a math problem step by step instead of just giving them the answer.
Okay, so it's like showing your work.
Right. That's essentially what chain of thought prompting, or COT, is all about.
Interesting. So instead of just programming the AI with the solution, they're showing it the steps involved in getting there.
You got it. And by seeing those steps, the AI starts to pick up on the underlying logic.
So it's like the AI is learning how to think logically one step at a time. That's amazing.
It really is.
But how does this, showing the steps approach actually work? I mean, the paper mentions this fascinating connection to code.
This is where things get even more interesting. There have been some surprising findings around using code to enhance AI reasoning.
Wait, are we saying that they're feeding the AI, lines of code?
It might seem a bit counterintuitive at first, but it's like we were talking about earlier, giving the AI the right tools to think.
Right, the blueprints.
Okay.
Okay, but how does code actually play into this whole AI reasoning thing?
So there's been some really interesting research showing that language models trained on code, like codecs.
Codecs.
Yeah, it's a type of language model. They're actually getting better at these reasoning tasks.
You mean just from learning from code?
Yeah. And it's not even just reasoning tasks that involve code, like across the board.
So it's like learning from code makes the AI a better logical thinker overall.
That's what it seems like. It's like the structure of code, the way it uses logic and step-by-step instructions. It might actually act as a kind of mental scaffolding,
Interesting. So by learning code, the AI is also learning how to organize its thoughts and approach problems more systematically.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
picking up on a fundamental way of thinking that translates to other areas.
It's kind of like how we learn as humans. We use analogies and metaphors to understand new concepts.
That's a great point.
Maybe for AI, code is like a metaphor for logic.
I love that. It really makes you think about what other languages of thought we could use to teach these models.
Whoa, yeah. What if we could unlock even greater reasoning abilities just by changing the way we teach them? Okay, but let's bring this back down to earth for a second.
Sure.
Why does all of this matter for someone listening right now?
Yeah.
What's the big takeaway here?
That's the key question. This isn't just some abstract computer science research, This is about AI that could have a real impact on our daily lives.
Okay, so how? Give me an example.
Well, imagine a world where AI can analyze your medical history and actually give you personalized health advice.
Okay, that would be amazing. No more Dr. Google.
Or think about AI that can help you make sense of like really complex financial decisions
That'd be huge.
by, just breaking down all the options in a way that just makes sense to you.
So we're not just talking about AI that's smarter. We're talking about AI that's actually helpful.
Exactly. And it's not just limited to healthcare and finance. Think about scientific research, education, even creative writing.
It sounds like we're on the verge of something really big here.
We are. But of course, with any powerful tool, we have to think about the ethical implications.
That's right. It's not all sunshine and roses.
We need to make sure that these advancements in AI are developed and used responsibly.
So fairness, transparency, accountability, all of that good stuff.
Absolutely. We're giving these AI systems incredibly powerful abilities. We need to make sure they're used for good.
That is a really good point. So as we keep going deeper into this whole AI reasoning thing,
Yeah.
any final thoughts for our listener? Something to ponder as they go about their day. It's kind of like if we're teaching AI to think more like us, does that mean they understand things the way we do?
That's the million-dollar question right there. Are we creating actual intelligence or just a really, really good imitation of human thought?
So are we basically talking about a super advanced Turing test here? Can we even tell the difference between AI and a person at this point?
It's getting harder and harder to see that line, that's for sure. Especially as these AI models become more sophisticated in the way they reason.
It's exciting and a little bit unnerving at the same time, We're in uncharted territory.
Definitely. And it's crucial that we keep asking those tough questions about what it actually means for a machine to think as this technology develops.
Well, one thing's for sure, this deep dive has been a wild ride. We've gone from the basics of language models all the way to the cutting edge of AI reasoning.
And it's clear that this technology has the potential to change, well, pretty much everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But as we've been talking about, it's not just about the power of this technology, it's about using it responsibly.
Couldn't agree more. Understanding how it all works, that's the first step to making sure AI is used for good.
And on that note, a huge thank you to our expert for breaking it all down for us.
My pleasure.
And to you, our listeners, for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of AI reasoning. Until next time, keep those minds curious.